In this screencast, we turn our attention to some of the number theory that shows up in elementary curricula. In particular, on this screencast, we take a look at divisibility rules. Divisibility rules help us to know when and where some crazy long number is divisible by certain other numbers that are of value to us. So let's consider the easiest one. Is this number divisible by 2? Where did you look? You looked right there. And that was the giveaway that the number is divisible by 2. Is this number divisible by 2? No, you looked here and you said, well, that's not even, so this isn't even. None of these other digits mattered, only the last one mattered, right? So if the ones digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, the number is divisible by 2. And this is the most basic of divisibility rules. So I can give you some 27-digit number, you just look at the last digit. Why? Why does this work? Well, let's separate out this number. Let's separate it out. There's some number here. This 202 represents 2020. That's a multiple of 10. This represents 2020. It's a multiple of 10. It's 10 times something plus whatever the units digit is, whatever the ones digit is. So 2 divides this because 2 divides 10. So the question is, does 2 divide the units digit? And in these cases, it does. So if the units digit is one of these, then 2 divides it, and 2 divides the whole number. Well, can we do the same thing with 4? Can we do the same thing for 4? Is this number divisible by 4? Well, we can't break it up the same way. We can't break it up this way because 4 is not necessarily a factor here. But if we broke things up just a little differently, then this number out here is 20 hundredths. And then there's this rest of it. 10 times whatever's in the tens place, and then the units digit. 4 is a factor here. 4 does divide 100. So the question is 4 a factor there? In this case, yes. In this case, no. So here's how we say it. If the number formed by the last 2 digits is a multiple of 4, then the number is divisible by 4. 24 is divisible by 4, so 2024 is divisible by 4. 23 is not divisible by 4, so 2023 is not divisible by 4. So then the question becomes, what about that? If 1 digit worked for 2 and 2 digits worked for 4, I bet you 3 digits work for 8 and so on for exactly this reason. Exactly this reason. The other popular divisibility rules for small children are 3 and 9. You probably remember the rule for divisibility by 3. Let's see, is this number divisible by 3? Sure it is, and you probably remember saying, I gotta add up all the digits, that's 9. 9 is a multiple of 3, so this is a multiple of 3. If the digit sum is divisible by 3, the number is divisible by 3. Why? Why does this work? Well, let's think about this as a 4-digit number. This is 1,000 times 2, 100 times 0, 10 times 2. I probably should write that the other way. Let's write that the other way. This is 2 times 10 cubed, 0 times 10 squared, 2 times 10, and 5 left over. Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to remove as many 3's as I can. So we're going to remove 999 of the 2's. This is surely a multiple of 3. And we're going to remove 99 of the zeros, I suppose. We're going to remove 9 of the 2's. Surely that is a multiple of 3. So we've removed a multiple of 3. We've removed a multiple of 3. We've removed a multiple of 3. What's left? Well, there's only 1, 2. And, well, there's 0 there. And there's only 1, 2. And then this 5. This is the digit sum. So we removed a multiple of 3, we removed a multiple of 3, we removed a multiple of 3, and then we have this. So this is a multiple of 3, this is a multiple of 3, this is a multiple of 3. If this is a multiple of 3, then the whole thing is. If this is not a multiple of 3, then the whole number is not. And that's why it works. We've removed multiples of 3, and then we've left us with one thing where we do or do not know if it is a multiple of 3. This also explains why the test for divisibility by 9 works, and I'll let you think about why, if we change all the 3's to 9's up here, we leave everything else alone down here, and the argument is exactly the same. So these are rules for divisibility that you should be familiar with, and you should be able to explain to young people why they work. Very well. Hope this is helpful.